Kids and cadets, good morning. Welcome back to Tommy Time. Thanks for coming out. Scrapper that delivers showed up last night at 9:30 p.m. with 4 fine beauties. I gave 55 for the 4. He said this Toro Recycler ran, and I said, you mean it starts and stalls? And he said, no, it runs and moves. So I put most of the money on this. I calculated this one at 25 and then 10 each for the remaining 3, and I see potential in a few of these already. We got a Husky, a Bolens, and a Tecumseh. So I've looked over the middle 2 here and found out what parts I need, so let's mess with those. But first I want to try to start this Toro Recycler. See if he was lying to me or not. This one here happens to be a 2009, and the model number on the Toro 20331. It's quantum style front wheel drive, 22-inch. You can see the tread on the front tires is somewhat used, and we got rust around the plastic pulley guard. No bag, no side chute. Let me try starting this thing. Overfilled on the oil. Little rough running there in the beginning. The front wheel drive did engage, but the wheels seem wobbly. I'll have to look at that. So he didn't lie to me on the 2009 Toro. So for 25, I'm happy with that. Let's look at the air filter. Like somebody's replaced it. Made in China, an aftermarket blue filter. Back in 2019, it's got a production date. So not bad, I'm happy. Let's move down to the Husqvarna. I think there's a mystery with this thing. Let's do some detective work. This happens to be, it's just a rear wheel drive, not the all-wheel drive, 775EX. This is a 2012 model year. It's the HU775BBC. British Broadcasting Corporation on the Husqvarna. So, initial deal with this thing. He brought it to me. There was no recoil rope, so I went ahead this morning and removed the 3 10mm nuts to see what the deal was. And so there was a short length of rope in the recoil So not enough to do anything. It wouldn't even reach the handle. But if you look at this end, it looks like it's been cut. Usually you'll see a lot of fraying and then it'll break. I think Harvey has gone ahead and cut this and told Helen that they need a lawn service. They can't afford a new mower, but they're going to get a lawn service. I don't know why the clean cut is on the rope. Kind of weird deal. So it'll be even stranger if this 2012 starts. So let's go ahead and button this up. I still have my spool here. What I'll do is just wrap the rope around a brush handle, wire brush handle. We'll try to start it on its own. So this will be a quick and easy if it's just this rope. All I got to do is come up with a plastic pull handle for the rope. They made it extremely easy on the 775 here to get the recoil off. Harvey should have just taken the 310s off and put a new rope on it. Now we're at the point of decision. Does this thing start or not? The other issue was the brake bail was missing. The orange brake bail. I stole that off of another Husky that I'm working on. This 725. It's got the same orange brake bail. This one here's got damage to the wire. I did a video on this one. But we're stealing the brake bar right now to get this thing to go. So it's got your auto walk. And then your speed control choke is all up here on the handle. That appears to be functioning. You can see the other issue too is the cable for this self-propelled is broken in half here. I don't know if that was sabotage as well. Looks like there's some damage here where they took wire cutters, and I can see on the plastic, looks like a clear wire cutter cut. So I don't know what the deal is. This thing might have been intentionally sabotaged. Detective Tommy time. Let's try this thing. We got to solve this mystery once and for all. Okay, a little bit of fuel in it, so it should give us something. If not, I've got happy juice nearby. So it will need some parts. If it does start, I'll have to order that brake bail because I'll need it for the 725. Okay, that didn't do anything. Maybe this thing was sitting with bad gas for a while. Let's juice it. This might be the easiest fix here with a carb clean and some other parts. It's not a bad looking 2012 filter, isn't terribly bad. There is a cockroach that I just woke up. He just ran for cover. You can see some cockroach turds. Okay, I gave it a triple shot on the Husky. So there you have it, start and stall. Damn, this is a big engine to pull over. This thing pulls over like a tank, the 775. You'll get a workout pulling on this beast. So I'm impressed with this thing. If the rear wheel drive engages with that new cable, we're in good business. There is a number on the cable. I'm gonna jot that down and start doing some searching for that. Let's move down to this bolens. What we have here is a 2017 bolens. It's got the high rear wheels, 20-inch deck, it would appear. So the deal with this thing is the scrapper said he tried to pull it over. It'll pull over, but it wouldn't retract. So first thing I noticed, I went to remove the 3 screws, and maybe they had one thread holding them to the engine, and they're not the right screws. Somebody's put these in. These are aftermarket, and that's not the right thread. It should be 3 of these with the shoulder. I think the thread on these is larger. Yeah, it looked like these are larger diameter screws. Anyway, they're not what needs this thing to operate. So let's continue on with this thing. I'll show you what the real issue was. If you look at the cup and you look at the recoil, this recoil does not go to this style cup. If you've got this straight bar here, the cup should be angle shaped, and this is the square type cup. This is not the right recoil for this. I know it is a bolens, the back is stamped with a sticker. So this is right, but the rest of it is not. This one should take the spring out pawls like this. So what I did is stole a yard machine recoil. Let's try starting this thing. We instantly made it a yard machine 20-inch cut. Okay, those are tight. No gas, so I'm gonna juice it one time and just see if it fires off. This might have been why this was pushed to the street. They didn't have the right recoil on it, could never get it started. I don't have fuel nearby, so my alternative is to juice it. We may be surprised with the 2017 Bolens. So this thing is not cooperating. The recoil is a little sticky on that yard machine. We didn't seem to get any hits. Triple shotted the 2017. Wondering if it's a lazy safety brake cable. I put a clip on the handlebar just now. I'm going to go over and manually squeeze the end of the cable, because this should have fired off if we had spark. Maybe we're getting a grounding out back there on the linkage. It did move back a couple of millimeters. Maybe that was enough to unground the cable. So that was the issue. Secondary issue, the safety brake cable is dragging. It's not opening up the linkage here on grounding the ground wire. So you get the big picture on the 2017. I'll go get some fresh fuel and then try it, see if it runs on its own. If not, we know it's a carb issue. Probably been sitting a while with regular ethanol fuel. Last but not least, we have the double turd of the day. This happens to be a yard machine, 3.5 horsepower. It's a 2002 production date. It has the LEV 90 engine on it. Missing the plug. The safety brake cable is inop. And as you can see, this thing's kind of rough, missing the side chute. So I'm not even going to try to start it. It's been sitting outside. You can see all the surface rust on this Tecumseh powered engine. Somebody's cut a triangle here for some reason. I don't think there should be a triangle cut in the recoil housing. Let me know if you guys have seen this before. Maybe the sticker covered it up, sticker was peeled back, but I think somebody's manually cut this thing for some unknown reason to put a triangle here. So this will take a little bit more work. I'll need a safety brake cable, most likely clean the carb. I did look at the tank and I noticed there's some hairline cracks in the tank. So that may be an issue. This thing dried out. We may have a leaking tank on this thing. So this is the roughest of them all, hence the double turd. So the rest of them, I'm not complaining about. The bolens here. Go through that. This will be a runner most likely. This Husky will need some parts. Carb clean on this thing because the tank did have gas in it. And this old Toro Recycler. The 2009, it's not in bad shape. It just needs some love. So we'll hit that one. I'll probably hit this one first, clean it up, check the blade, sharpen the blade, etc., etc. Maybe do some touch-up Earl Scheib to this front end rust. Anyway, appreciate you coming out. I'm kind of happy with the 4 units for $55. You guys have a good day today. Tip your waitress and wait staff.